Chapter 52. The final door is within reach. Isamu, Aziza, and Fedir have returned from their battles, standing beside her, stronger than ever. She looks upon her sword. It courses with electricity, alighting the dim room like a torch. So that was Gigagash. The power I felt was immaculate. Those demons standing before me were wiped out in a single strike. She pondered as she grazed her spiked hair, no longer limited by its immense power. She sheathes the holy blade and pushes the massive door open with the others helping. Its loud creak echoes further inside. Deep ahead is complete darkness. No walls or monsters await, only a thick walkway. Regardless, they hold no fear, only resolve, gazing deep into the darkness, unafraid of what lies ahead. It's been nearly a year since the cave to Dreamer's Tower where their biggest worry were bunnicorns. Everyone has grown to be fearless in the eyes of danger. I can only hear water, Fedir announced. It sounds like a river, somewhere below. I'm guessing that is why there are barriers here, to keep from falling, or maybe they don't want anything climbing back up, Isamu replied, moving to the edge of the walkway inside with Hotaru joining him. She peeks over the ledge to find the same result. However, Fedir's intuition, like always, was right. It's faint, but the sound of water is sloshing about in the depths of the abyss. There is no toxic scent like the moat around Baramos' castle, yet the scent of sulfur is stronger than ever. Isamu looks away from the edge, refocusing on the path ahead. His claw he uses as a beacon, pointing forward with its golden sheen standing out. Aziza follows him closely, with Hotaru hanging beside Fedir as he floats. Each step their footsteps echo louder, yet the water rushes, slowly drowning out their steps. A light shatters the darkness. Two floating orbs coated with blinding flames synchronize as they light the hallway, activating farther in with each second. The group halted in their tracks, huddling around each other, back to back, waiting for something to strike. They pause, glancing around. They stand in no room. The stone bridge connects from one side of the castle to the other. In between are mountains of nature covered in ash. The mountains surround them like walls, with the river below flowing out through an opening in the side of the mountains, pooling together into a lake. The final sets of orbs alight, revealing the cause for ash. A towering volcano making the mountains around look like hills in comparison, spewing black smoke, staining the land beneath. The door they came from creaks slowly to a close, echoing with a haunt in the visible night. The other end, a large figure awaits them. Hotaru locks eyes with the hideous creature, its skin decayed, devoid of life. It couldn't be. Baramos? The bipedal monster laughs, flaunting its clean orange and purple robe.
You were a fool to step into my father's lair.
How are you alive? Isamu shouted, sticking his clawed fist forward. He laughs again.
To simply put it, Father has no faith in you. He believes you are not worthy of facing him, something we both agree on. What transpired at my castle was a pathetic display of my capabilities. However, I ain't the weakened monster from before.
He flexes his clawed talons. None are missing like before. His robe isn't stained with blood. Though his pale face is flushed like a sickness devouring him, there is strength and confidence oozing from him.
Can't say I remember meeting the other two,
Baramos said, his grim smile revealing his grimy teeth.
One of which seems to be a fairy of all things. I thought my father wiped them out ages ago. He must have missed one.
I've had it with your talk, Isamu interjected. I bested you once and I will triumph again.
You speak a big game for someone who resembles my position in our last fight. You believe the results to be the same despite the change in roles? For I am the strong, and you the weak.
He places his sharp claws together. An orb of fire builds every moving moment.
You will perish in this land, and then I will overthrow my father, taking his place as the Dark Lord.
Hotaru jumps in front of Isamu with her shield planted, covering her torso and legs. Only her eyes watching the spell grow are uncovered. "Insulate!" Fedir shouted with a mirror-like wall standing between the two. It's transparent like a window, yet thick like fortified walls of a castle, each layer shining forward with shimmering colors like the Rainbow Bridge. It lasted long enough against the world-consuming flames of the Franticor for Aziza to mount a successful rescue. But will it be enough? Baramos' hysterical laughs have her thinking otherwise. If broken, there is no room to escape, only a watery abyss. Fedir holds his hands high. Releasing the spell forward, Isamu and Aziza hide behind her small frame. How would the goddess's shield hold up against the wrath of the Archfiend? His spell is released with an echoing scream of hate. The fireball is larger than anything before. The time is nigh to test their defense. She closes her eyes, waiting for a sound to erupt. She waited, and waited. It never came. A gasp leaves the lips of the friends behind her. Her eyes open to a forged sword of orichalcum slicing through the attack, disintegrating it like a feeble gust to a candlelight. A person in a familiar cloak stands in front of her. Baramos has an expression of shock as Hotaru does, reeling his head back as if the attack was reflected.
"How is that possible?"
Baramos spat out.
"Wait, I know that sword."
A chuckle leaves the hood of the brown cloak. The person of strong stature pushes back their covering, revealing their long black hair. Hotaru takes a breath. The sharp eyes, thick mustache, chiseled and hardened scars. The clothing belonged to Takeshi, but the face belonged to a dead man, alive and well.
"Ortega,"
Baramos shouted.
"How are you still standing before me? This must be an illusion created by my father to punish me."
"I am no mere image, Baramos," Ortega yelled back, his gruff heroic and proud. "I walk among the living in the flesh."
"You fell into the depths of the volcano. What I am seeing cannot be possible. How did you survive?"
Baramos panicked, his eyes filled with dread. "I could ask you the same thing." He readies his identical sword to Hotaru's. "Another sword of kings?" "Yet we both stand. Our battle ended on a sour note, or rather, a pathetic display of my capabilities. Just as you do, I intend to finish the task I was destined to do." Hotaru looks up to her father in shock. "Is it really you, Dad?" "Very much so, but we don't have time to discuss. Your goal is to stop Zoma. I will take care of Baramos." He looks to his opponent. "What says you, fiend? You fight me. No allies or outside factors. The best warrior wins. One of us shall eternally rest upon these stained stones of war." He laughs.
"So that is what you wish. You crawl out from the pits of hell licking your wounds, leading these children to my domain? To have a rematch? You are a fool, Ortega."
He squints his eyes at the old hero, claws positioned for another spell.
"However, I share your sentiment. What kind of dark lord would I be to back down from a challenge? I accept your duel, Ortega. I will tear you apart and display your mangled corpse to the weak pawns who still follow under your banner."
"I would like to see you try." From his waist he pulls the bulky helmet Hotaru clung onto. Firmly it fits on his head. It has been polished, now shining with a silver sheen. The two horns on the sides cracked yet tough, still holding strong. Before Hotaru was not only the man she looked up to as her father, but the hero of Japan. Baramos lunges forward in a fast sprint like a lightning bolt. His claws clash with Ortega's blade. He pushes the Archfiend away only for him to lock weapons again. They ram into each other like apex predators of nature, fighting over who shall lead the pack. Baramos is pushed back again, this time firing pitiful spells forward that Ortega cuts through like a butcher's knife cleaving through soft ingredients. "We have to go now," Isamu ordered, grabbing Hotaru's attention away from the fight. "Our fight is with Zoma. We stay here and we only get hurt." Her father clashes steel again. The struggle on his face is as clear as day. His words carry a fight of 1,000 men, but his age has made him rusty. His reactions are slow, his eyes are dark and sunken. His legs tremble as they hold him up with each pushback. But Isamu is right. No doubts, no hesitations, she thought.